Hey boys, working on seeing what's going on with the UV-5001, and yeah, it's kind of weird. If I put the radio on VHF, you get 40 watts. Put the radio on UHF, VO1 and VS testing, 1, 2, 3, 3 to 1. And you get no test 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's audio. No transmit power. But on transmit on UHF, the PA is getting quite hot. So it's like the PA is trying to generate the power, but it's not getting to the antenna connector. So yeah, so it's being generated, but somehow it's like the RF is getting shorted to ground between here and the antenna connector. So just to prove that that is actually getting hot, I'll key her up until this fan kicks in. I'll reinstall the fan again, obviously. So then we'll know if she's actually getting warm. Alright, so she's on 440-550. Let's key her up. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Victor Ocean 1. Mike Delta Sierra testing. Just keep it keyed up here. Test 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As you can see, the fan is indeed kicking in. The PA is indeed getting warm. So there's something on the UHF side of the output circuit that's going bad. What could that be? Because it's taking the 40 watts and going straight to ground with it. That's what it seems like. Anyways, I'm going to get the voltmeter out, the ohm meter, and see if I can see something. Found one problem so far. You got that little chip resistor there, I'll call it, and it's not even soldered, it don't look like. See it moving? Yeah, alright. Let's get that resoldered and see if we can get some power going here. Alright, so I resoldered the that resistor, chip resistor. And so again, I'm on UHF. Test 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta Sierra testing. 1, 2, 3, 3 to 1. So got 28 watts, got 30 watts, but the problem we have now is if you look closely at this there part, when I key up, watch what's going to happen. Let's watch. You ready? You see that? See the solder on the right hand side? Watch. What's that tell you? Yep, something else is going on here. That's causing that part should not be getting hot like that. Which again, so think we still may have a dead short to ground here somewhere. What could it be? Something along here. I wonder. Because I'd say that part there is after it gotten hot over the last while since we had the radio. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. That's not normal. At all. So, something else is going on here. The RF is getting short at the ground by the looks of it. I'm going to try removing the resistor back here, or the inductor back here, off the ground, just to see for a minute. I'm not sure if I couldn't find a schematic for the radio, so I'm kind of running blind here. But I'm going to remove this coil, just see what happens, if it makes any difference whatsoever. Because you got this going between the antenna connector and ground. But sure it's part of the filtering, but we'll just disconnect it for a minute just to see what happens. Alright, so I guess in conclusion, you still got that heated part, or overheating part back here. I was talking to a friend Ray last night, and I asked him about the part number at P1, and he's pretty sure that's a diode, SMT diode. So there's no way in knowing what exactly it is. There's no schematic on the BTech UV-5100, so there's no way of actually replacing parts with proper, you know what I mean, without actual parts list. There's no actual way to know for sure what diode that specifically was. So I just put another diode in there. It seems to be working. The original diode that was there was shorted straight across. The part was overheating, obviously. Now the fan, before with the shorted diode, the fan did not kick in on UHF at all. Right now the fan is working on UHF and is also working on VHF. I would suggest to you, George, that this particular radio, you run it at low power. That's at about 20 watts VHF and about 20 watts on UHF. I know the radio is quite capable of putting out, not the radio, but the actual output transistor is capable of 55 watts. But I don't believe that the actual radio circuitry, the output circuitry, can handle that kind of power properly, and thus it's burning up the tank circuit, the output circuit back here. So yeah, I would not run this radio any more than 20 watts for the remainder of its life. 20-25 watts max. Right now I have VHF set to low through the menu, and I have UHF set to low on the menu. Like I say, it's up to you. If you want to put it on high power and roaster, go right to it. But I would suggest not to run the radio on high power. Or actually, I wouldn't suggest anybody using the BTech UV-5100 to run your radio over 25 watts. The circuitry, as far as I'm concerned, just can't handle that amount of power. It'll burn up. Even with low SWR, I think what's going on is that there's a tuning mismatch back here, and on the output to the antenna. So again, my suggestion, I mean, there's nothing I can do with it. I never designed the radio, so I don't know what they got done with it. But my suggestion definitely is not to run the radio at high power. If you value the radio at all, I highly suggest, do not run this radio at high power. 20-25 watts maximum power output. That's as much as I would run this radio. So, anyways, let's right now let's put her on. Let's put her on VHF 146.520, and I'll set my service monitor over here to the same. 0.52. Oh my, what am I piping in here? 146.520. 146.520. Sight on to this service monitor, it's a nuisance. Let's do this again. Check to receive, bring that down. Actually, what the hell? 146.520. Enter. So George, you want to see what a receive is like? Let's check her out here. That's your UV for her receive. She has very good receive, actually. Really good receive on VHF. Let's put her transmit here.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra testing. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra testing. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
So, let's check the deviation. We do that on the other scale over here, bottom right hand corner. It's deviation scale.
Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra testing. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra. 55555555555.
So deviation is not too bad. And our power again.
Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta, Sierra test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
There you have it. That's VHF. Let's put our UHF 44550. Set her up here. 0.550. 440.550. So now she's set up for let's see now. Let's see what her receive is like on UHF. That's her UHF or receive sensitivity. Top left hand corner, or right hand corner rather. Sensitivity is not as hot. Now it all depends on how you got your squelch set, but on your VHF she was a lot lower, as you noticed. VHF was right on down to 0.112 UV. Your UHF is at about, let's see, where she starts to kick in. Kicks in. 0.19. 0.193. 0.195. Yeah, there you go. Not too bad. So, let's check her deviation.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So our UHF deviation is not too bad. Let's check her power output.
Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta Sierra test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Victor Ocean 1, Mike Delta Sierra testing. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And you notice your power is dropping. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. At 11.9. Your fan has kicked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, as your output transistor is getting warm, it's reducing our power. So keep that in mind. She's, as you can tell, she's getting quite hot, and the thermistor over here again is set for 45 degrees. Would be nice if this actually stayed on longer. Actually, it'd be probably better if this was left on all the time, but we'll leave it as it is there. Anyways, George, I'll say she's done for now. Again, I'd use the radio at low power, say 20 watts or so on VHF, and if you can get 15, 20 watts on UHF, this is as much as I would run her at. Any more than that, you're going to risk destroying the radio. So, anyways, so folks, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is the BTech UV-5100. It's a dual band VHF UHF, and it's doing a bit of reading up on her, and she's a quite interesting little radio. She has a lot of features. She has a lot of pros, and she has a lot of cons. But the pros, I guess, she's got a pretty hefty heatsink for the transistor. There's no doubt of that. The whole cabinet of this thing is one big heatsink. You'll notice ICOMs and Kenwoods are the exact same way. They use the actual metal steel of the whole frame as the actual heatsink for the output transistor or the output module. So that's a good plus. The display is pretty much like the UV5R. I believe it's UV5R. But anyway, so regards to that. But yeah, it's got a lot of features. I'll close her up here now, and we'll have a little peek through the menu and see what this critter can do. But again, George, run the radio at low power. Like I say again, I wouldn't risk running this at high power. You see what's after going on with it. And if you value the radio at all, I would not use this radio at high power on UHF anyway, for sure. It just ain't gonna do it. You're gonna burn it up. She already is pretty much burned up, but she's producing power now in UHF, and hopefully she'll stay together for a while. Anyways, all the best, 7-3, and thanks for watching, folks. All the best. There guys, just a little quick, I guess we'll do a little quick review on the BTech UV-5001, or 5001, I should say. So this is the front panel of the radio. Of course, the big heatsink, and of course the big warning: high temperature surface, do not touch after long-term use. And believe me, it gets hot. It will get really hot. So you got a function, call, monitor, power, frequency display, VFO memory, exit, AB, and FM for FM radio. You have a LED or a battery, or I guess voltage indicator of some sort up there in that corner. You change your bands by just hitting this button here, and that's as simple as that. The microphone, be quite honest with you, the microphone is built pretty tough. It is pretty much based, like I'll say the shell as the Kenwood KMC35. I have one here actually. If I can get it off, just to give you a quick idea between the two microphones. So there we go. Pretty close, eh? So I wonder who's copying who here. That's the Kenwood KMC35, and of course that's BTech's microphone. Don't know what model is, no model number, but it's a DTMF with menu. And of course your menu is right there, as you can see, low power on the VHF, and you can select it right there, high, low. Again, I would set it at high, or low rather. So change your band, hit your menu, and again she's at low. Of course you go through all your menus. Nice big display, I like that. Very cool. Might gain, but yeah, very cool. So yeah, there's the keypad, your menu, your up and down, pretty much your EXEAB, which should be the same as on your front panel. You get your scan button, so put her in menu, or monitor I should say, and then we've got what was pre-programmed into it. Bunch of cool stuff. She's got quite a bit of programming in her. Quite a bit. I have no idea what half of the stuff is. Anyways, there we have it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, boys. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe, thumbs up the video, and I guess share it. Why not? And there we go. Anyway, guys, got a couple other little videos to put up now. I've got a over here sitting. We have a TRC 451 that's looking for some TLC, and then we've got another big behemoth of an HF rig to look at. Anyways, all the best, take her easy, and see you in the next video. Random 63 out.